Oh, hello there. Thank you for sticking with us through that epic series, but I'm glad you haven't left your seat because we've got another epic series up ahead. It's going to be Secret versus Mineski. Winner of this third series today going to find themselves top 2 at Captain's Draft 4 by Events DC. Boys, an epic but sad series. It's unfortunate that one of these teams had to go home so early, but it did not disappoint. That was an action-packed nail-biter.
Yeah, even every single game in the series was... It felt like Secret kind of edged ahead, and then EG would take like some sick team fight at Roshan or TZ on a Sven. Like it honestly felt like the team fights, EG were superior, but in the overall game, Secret kind of won.
And those like big clutch team fights, the ones that really mattered at the end of the game, every time it kind of felt like it was Secret.
Can I just talk about Yapzor's Skyrat Mage in that game? Holy crap. The amount of damage he was doing, it was nuts.
Yep.
He just staying on the back lines. You could see the emphasis EG was putting on gap closing to him. It was impossible. He's just sitting there going like this.
And he started the game extremely strong. Got a very early hood, or rather veil, and he was just kind of popping everybody, bringing them on down. And then he had a really rough mid-game. I mean, he did not move in the net worth, I think, for like 20 minutes almost.
He went from like, oh my god, he's going to get an Ags so soon to he's going to get an Ags.
But that's kind of okay, because during that whole time frame, there's BKBs that have been coming out for the side of EG. They're like 10, 9 seconds. He's not going to have a lot of effectiveness anyway. So I'm sure a lot of those resources were instead tapped over to some of the other cores on the side of Secret, and obviously it worked out.
If you're an EG fan, I don't think it's time to panic at all. I wouldn't read too much into this. I think given the adjustments they've had to make, they've actually played pretty well. RTZ looks very enabled and empowered right now. A lot of these drafts, they're giving him both the vision and the protection and resources to do his thing. And you can see, like, you know, he has the talent there to win games often just off his own big plays. So I think that that's a very encouraging sign for EG. Obviously, with Captain's Draft, there's a lot of variance. I feel that EG played even or even better than Secret maybe in the series, but I feel that Secret drafted very well. This third game, you can see, like, not only that the lanes work out for Secret, but also the synergy is there. Just multiple layers of synergy with the Pugna, obviously with the Legion Commander as well. They're able to get a lot of these pickoffs anytime. And late game, they still have options. Like, they can turn Luna into this kind of raid boss and have multiple saves and protection for her as well. So I think Secret obviously showed their caliber of team. They drafted very well throughout the series, but EG, nothing to hang your head on.
No, definitely not. I thought for sure that it was going to be a very dominating performance from Secret. It just makes sense, honestly. They've looked very good. They're not switching up any roles or anything like that. And they kind of feel comfortable, I think, moving around quite a bit of the network distribution.
A very telling game to me. This is like really the first time we saw both sides with a lot of pushing power. So it makes sense that it was such a nail-biter where it looked like, okay, momentum's going to swing. Oh, they've been wiped again. And then anytime there's a wipe, there's somebody right there to punish and take objectives. We have Rasta on one side, Pugna and Luna on the other, Beastmaster alongside the Pugna, the Rasta as well. So a lot of ways to take objectives that game.
I looked at Misery in that game, and every time he just exploded.
Yeah.
Like, there was one time
Rasta game.
when he was running at the bottom racks, and there was a Pugna ward down, and he was like, oh, don't worry, I'll cast the ward.
Everyone else on my team is dead. I can do it.
Oh my god. And like even Skyrat, the amount of damage he did to Rasta, he tries to gap close to get the wards down.
That was like the sad pub Rasta. He's just like limping his way towards the barracks. His team's dead. Desperately trying to plant down the wards, and mid one didn't even let him have that.
Oh my god. It's the ward killing. It's so sad.
Yeah, mid one was very good. And that top lane, I think it's shocking that EG managed to hold that top lane for that long, honestly. Like, it was at 10% HP or something very early, like 20 minutes or something. But they put so much emphasis on always pushing out that top lane for the entirety of the game. Very impressive. You can hear the crowd going as EG now walks out.
A lot of respect.
A lot of EG fans here, as I'm sure you guys could hear. So disappointed to lose one of their NA teams, but they'll get a chance at another one tomorrow.
Right, Complexity still alive in the bracket. It's a North American land, so you expect a little bit of the North American bias in the crowd, but...
you know who's not biased? This panel. We're all still good. Got them, guys. Great work on those brackets so far.
Well done, Trent.
That won't last long.
Way to stay objective, my friend. It's that bottom half of the bracket. You know, there are a couple of brackets I saw with Complexity in the grand finals. So things could really get interesting depending on how the bottom of that bracket goes.
Easy.
Trent is raising his hand, by the way, off camera. I know he did that at an ideal time.
No problem, yeah.
It's all Mineski, dude.
Yeah.
I voted for Mineski in the final.
Mineski, Cole, Mineski wins. That's what I have.
Okay.
Well, Jack, you don't seem so convinced. Is that what I'm hearing?
Jack doesn't want to share who he has in the grand finals.
Give it up.
Who do you have?
Well, speaking of bias, I had to go with VG Gaming in the finals.
Coincidentally.
You know, I'm hoping NA Dota does well. Sadly, we had to let another one go for now, but Complexity's still there. So.
Who have you been going out to dinner with? Huh? Tell them that, huh? Yeah, he heads out. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm going to head out to Chinatown and go get some good eats with the boys.
Yep.
He just ditches us for VG every night.
Yeah. All right, boys. Well, we are going to have another break coming up pretty soon here. Of course, one more series today. That's the upper bracket finals, and then that'll be the conclusion to day 2 of this LAN. Day 3 going to be the next part of the bracket coming up. I'm going to be taking a break on the panel after this. If you're in the venue, a couple of us will be back at the photo booth to do a few photos and signings. But outside of that, we've got another fun Sir Action Slacks piece for you guys to enjoy.
Welcome to another episode of Agceptional Ideas. Today, helping me come up with new ags for the game is Team Secret. Now, as you guys know, Valve only has one person in charge of balancing ags ideas, and recently that person quit to work on Artifact. So, we need to help them out, and we will do that here today by modifying my Agnum Scepter ideas to be put into the game. Gentlemen, are you ready for some Agceptional Ideas? Every time. All right, mid one. What's your favorite hero, buddy? What hero needs a new Ags, you think?
Dark Willow.
Dark Willow Ags? You're going to love this one. Okay. So you know Bramble? The passive ability? No, not the passive, the active. You know, the Bramble Maze?
The
first
roots.
The roots.
Ah,
The roots.
okay.
Come on. Okay, so her Ags transforms it into a real maze. So when you activate it on somebody, their screen goes like black except for this like maze, and then they have to like navigate out like Silkbreaker.
I'm super like
What do you think?
But the maze has to change all the time. It can't
Yeah, it's like randomly generating.
It actually becomes the Dota map, and everyone's just stuck in the maze.
No, not for the full map. That's overpowered.
That's
Please.
overpowered.
Take this
So that's
seriously.
overpowered.
Sorry,
That's
That's
overpowered.
overpowered.
Now you can't get force staffed out of the. An ally can force staff you out of the maze. They can move you out, but you in the maze can't use any like blink daggers or anything. You have to navigate out like Silkbreaker. What do you think? Honest opinion, you like?
It's a pretty nice idea, actually. It's a bit too imbalanced. To be honest.
Yeah, see, I feel like we got. What do you got for me?
Wait, so I have to say hero and then you get the idea?
Well, I'll tell you my idea, and then we'll work out.
But I have a cool idea.
Oh, okay. Please go ahead. Yeah, new
Okay,
eggs.
let's hear your first.
Sure. What hero is it? For?
Sniper.
Sniper's axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, this one's great. This one is called. You remember that movie Wanted, where the bullet can curve? So it's vector targeting assassinate. So you get to shoot it and then really quickly do the bullet curve, and it's global. So you know, what do you think?
That's actually a bit cooler than mine.
Okay. Yeah.
Mine is if you click assassinate, it's like chemical rage. Then the game becomes first-person shooter.
Hey, oh,
Stop shooting me.
that's amazing. All right, I changed my mind. That's dank. All right, I feel like that's balanced because it's like
Yeah.
showcase mode, you know, and you
Exactly.
you can't really see what's happening anyway. Cause
Yeah, but we have to find like a benefit for it though.
that is the benefit. It's like global. So you know, if you get on high ground,
Aha! Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, and you get a scope as well.
You get a scope.
Yeah.
No way, no.
that's sick.
yeah.
Magnum Scepter Scope, I'm down. All right, Puppy, what do you got for us?
Naga.
Naga Siren. This is a great one, Puppy. You're going to love this one. Okay. So, Naga Siren, when she sleeps a target now, the only way to wake up is with a quick time event. So you have to like press like A, W, Q, X, T. It's like one of those Dance Dance Revolution games. And
Yeah.
if you get it wrong,
that's
you,
so cool.
you contain in sleep. Some kids might never get out if they don't have like good...
That's so good.
What do you think?
I actually have a custom
so
game.
basically you put them. So that means they can get out in like 1 second if they're really good.
If they're really good.
But
Well,
you don't know when they
Well,
can
I'm just
get out.
saying, like, how many kids are going to be really good at that?
How are you gonna
Yeah,
come
but I'm
up with-
playing against professionals, right?
But how does it scale though?
How's it scale?
Yeah, it's got
More
that.
letters, you know? The first one is
Oh,
just
you got
like
more
3, then 6, then 30.
But like, wow.
That's a paragraph, you know?
Why is it even good though? Like, why is it even good that they're gonna sleep a bit longer? You want to combo with it.
We could change it. It could be like, you know how like in Guitar Hero they have like mics that measure how well you sing?
Oh.
Maybe like you could record an audio sample and then they have to like match it.
Yes, that would be better.
That's the one?
That'd be better.
Alright.
It's the game's connected to their, voice communication.
And if you don't have a
and
microphone,
whatnot,
you're
they
just...
all have to sing correctly and stuff. And, and it's like Kuro stays there for like,
And
30 seconds and they're all trying, come on, it just goes like, na, 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 like I'm trying.
Perfect. Alright, that's a good axe. I think we figured it out. Thank you, bud. Ace, what do you got for us, buddy?
I just want a new arc for, new axe for Arc Warden.
An Arc Warden axe?
Yeah.
Alright, Arc Warden axe is really good. So you know his lore, right? He's... Okay, don't worry about it. He's a part of the Ancient. He's the third Ancient, basically. So his axe makes another Arc Warden clone randomly on the map, but it's like the Anti-Mage illusion. You can't control it, and it just attacks whoever gets close to it on either team. Yeah, what?
What if it farms and stuff? Do we get the gold?
Yeah. You get the gold and
that's a little bit of
experience.
advantage.
Even if it kills your teammates, you get the gold and
Really?
experience.
Sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, your low tier supports can just blink in front of it and die and feed you gold and XP.
Okay, I like it then.
Alright, fantastic. Sounds balanced to me. Alright, last but not least,
Give me Panda.
Panda?
Yeah.
Brewmaster's axe?
Brewmaster.
Alright, Brewmaster's axe is that he gets to control every one of his clones can split into 3 more clones. So, and his ult, then those 3 go. Then you have 9, 12, I think. No.
What?
9.
Nine.
You get 9 brewies.
Do they have any special abilities?
No.
All the same.
No, they all the same.
Something fancy.
What if he gets actually drunk? And then
Your screen shakes and stuff?
yeah,
I'm down
and you
for it.
can't
get
control
stronger.
him.
Yeah, you
but
get
he's like my
stronger.
dad. He just walks around hitting people and non-discriminately and one-shotting.
Yeah, everything becomes the same. Like enemies and allies, you can't distinguish anything.
Yeah, but you do
But you do more damage.
4x
So you have to talk to your
damage.
team. Is that you and the team fight?
No,
Is that you?
you're gonna tell your teammates I'm gonna get drunk. So the teammates are aware, but the enemy, they kind of.
have no idea.
It
That's
should be
true.
applied by the drunk spell. You get to some beer.
Right, the true drunken haze.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I like that one. More impervious to damage because you're drunk too. So,
Exactly.
Okay, great.
No, it's like Conquer. You wake up later and you take more damage.
The hangover cooldown. Oh, you can't. All right, perfect. Well, guys, I think we really came up with some great axe ideas this time. I feel like we really balanced the game.
I'm pretty sure they get implemented.
Thank you. Okay, great. Well, you heard it here first, everybody.
Runs left.
They're all great. Everybody loves them.
Something like that.
We'll see them in game soon. Thank you for watching.
much better.
Hello, everyone. I think we're live now. My name is Sir Action Slacks, and I host Miner now. Zayori is dead. Anyway, welcome everybody to the panel. It's going to be a great time. What an exciting day that we've seen here in Captain's Draft. And who would have thunk it? It's Secret versus Mineski in the finals. Let's go ahead and introduce you to our great, not finals, the finals of the day.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
To the panels. Hey, everybody. We've got Cinder in here.
God help us. How did you host a major, honestly?
I host Miner now. I'm not going
to... It's like Nahaz loses his voice, and then the next best option is you. How is that possible? I literally have nobody else.
I don't know why people keep thinking this is going to be a good idea. I mean, anyway, Jack Chen. Hello, how's it going there, Jack?
Good. I'm trying to locate the tricorn, but I couldn't, so I'm just...
Unbelievable. We're going to have to fix that after game one, buddy.
All right. And, of course, Sunsfan TV, as he likes to call himself. Make sure you capitalize everything and include...
Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Slacks. That's your favorite.
Guys, I don't have an Instagram.
Yeah, that's the thing that triggers you the most when I post on Twitter, and it's like a teaser to Instagram. You just don't want to click it.
Who has an Instagram? What are you gramming about? What do you take pictures of your food in garbage?
No, I'm not one of those. I'm not a foodie.
Sorry, Instagrammers out there.
I know who does that. This guy.
Zero reaction
This
to
guy
that.
is obsessed.
You're in the clear, don't worry.
Cinder, you're obsessed with appetizers, but you call them entrees. Can you
like
explain
food.
why?
You guys make the best Statsman videos, though.
Okay, so the thing is, it's called an entree, right? Which comes from the French word, which would be, it's like the word entrance, you know? And that is the first room of the house, is the entrance. So logically, the entree should be the first dish, but somehow it is the main course, and I don't know why. So intuitively, for me, an entree is the first thing, but it's an appetizer.
Can I go out on
Does
a
that
limb
make sense
here?
for you?
A European is giving
Did you
you
get
English
that?
lessons right now.
I mean, I'm technically telling him why I'm wrong. So
Hey, everybody. You know,
really
some
teach
would
him.
say it's the host's job to get things back on track.
No.
Oh,
we're
so
fine.
why don't we
yeah,
talk
go
a
ahead,
little...
Jack.
I got nothing. I don't even have a costume on.
Whoa, great. Why don't we talk a little bit about Dota 2? We got Mineski versus Secret. Did you think that it would get here, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think that we would have some black on the colors for these teams?
Is that Mineski's colors? Is that even right?
They have silver and black background, and
is
so
true.
does Secret.
I
They
thought
have
it was
the same
gold.
colors.
Gold and black. Isn't gold? Okay, whatever.
They're not gold. I'm looking at the team right now.
You're just guessing, and now you're hoping you're right.
Anyway, did you think that... Oh, look at those pictures.
I mean, their logo is mainly silver or
Look at Nana.
gray.
He looks so miserable. Like, why am I a pilgrim? It's not even the right era.
I mean, that's
It's
probably
supposed to be the revolutionary.
that's probably how the Pilgrims felt too when they landed too.
Yeah,
so
I
it
think
makes
so.
sense. Actually. It's
Ninja
very in
Boogie's having a
character.
great time, though.
Yeah.
He's in his element.
That's a beautiful... Thank you, Ninja Boogie, for bringing the real spirit of the picture together. Do we happen to have... Can we see the secret one more time? Do I have that host ability?
Oh, you did it. You did
Yes.
it.
Thank you so much.
Yapstar looks like he's chewing on something.
He's chewing over this match. He's mulling this match over, I would say. Oh, look at Ace, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, it really fits, doesn't
Ace
it?
helped shape the Constitution for sure. Look at that guy.
That's a red coat. That's definitely not the case. That is the opposite. He tried to destroy the Constitution.
Well, that's shaping
It's
it
okay,
in a way.
Jack. You're not in outfit, so you can say stuff like that.
Not for long. If I have anything to say about it.
Okay.
That was
This is the host's
really
job to get us out.
uncomfortable.
I don't know what it... I feel very comfortable in this wig. I feel like it really suits me. You, on the other hand, I don't know.
I got compliments backstage,
Wow.
but not from people whose voices have like any impact anyway.
He can be Lafayette.
So
You know, he
slacks.
came over to help out when times were dire.
Oh, really?
I tried to help Jack find something. He didn't find anything.
You hiding something under the wig? Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Listen, is this conversation metaphorical? Because I don't understand what the hell you guys are talking
That's
about this
okay.
entire
It's called
time.
a regular conversation for you.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, we've had this dynamic lately where Cinder and I literally talk about nothing for 30 minutes. And it makes other people uncomfortable. How do you feel, Jack? You feeling okay, buddy?
I'm okay, but we have Slacks here. You know,
Is this why you made me the host so that
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't
okay?
stop this from happening? I'm not experienced enough to make this.
What do you mean? You hosted a major. A minor should be nothing for you, buddy.
I mean, it was Dream League. Oh, no. Please hire me again. I love it. Oh, God. Dude.
Instant regret.
So Dota 2 is a great game, everybody. Can we please talk about the teams already?
I guess.
Is that okay?
Oh, I think you have another job to do, buddy. Jesus H. Those slacks. Yeah. Get to work, buddy. Yeah, you got this. You got this, buddy. What do you think about this matchup, huh?
I told them. It's all right.
It's okay. Slacks is going to come out any second now.
That's a versatile host. He's got to play the bucket and host the
Play the bucket.
Yeah, funny story about that. We ordered a drum. It never came.
That is true.
That's our... No. Let's hear some cheers for Slacks. Come on now. Making a fool out of himself.
Hear ye, hear ye! The match is between Team Secret and Team Mineski! Oh shit! Is beginning it soon! But first, duelists to the stage! Do it from Secret first! Yes, mid one, wonderful! Come, come, duelist from Mineski! Literally any of you will do, yeah? Don't do this to me. Just go, it's rock, paper, thank you, yes! The boogeyman himself! Duelist, back to back! 3 paces. 1, 2, 3. Fire! No, you stepped on the Declaration of Independence. I need to return that. Was that a paper? Well, I'm counting it as paper. You just ruined our national. Congratulations, you won. What do you choose? You're calling him? Oh, great.
He's the captain.
What do you choose? Pick or side? Face the audience, please.
Side dryer.
Side Dyer! Where are you going? I need to know pick order. No, please, don't make me walk over there. It's very awkward. What? Oh, you still have to answer the question. Pick order!
America.
Number 1! Thank you. The battle begins! Mineski versus Team Secret! Huzzah!
All right.
Cover for me while I remove my bucket.
Get back to hosting,
Okay,
buddy.
I'm
Let's get it. So when I organized this tournament, I made sure Slacks had like 10 jobs. He's organizing the signing sessions, the AMA, this ridiculous drum sequence here, the rock, paper, scissors, a host. I mean, what can't this guy do other than analyze anything?
Thank you, everyone, for watching the show. Wow, it's sure great to be back on panel. What a great performance that was.
Yes.
Great job.
You know, the thing that we had in mind with this tournament, I think you can back me up here, buddy. Making players as uncomfortable as possible is probably the most enjoyable experience of this entire event, I think.
It is.
They really don't want to do this.
We've been trying to find ways in Dota to compete with PUBG, and our thought is invite 100 players and only one lives throughout the entire tournament.
Is that why it's so cold?
We're actually turning the heat down every series. But anyway.
I'm imagining Envy's blog about this.
Well, that's why he wasn't invited.
Yeah, he chose Dota Pit, man. What can you say?
All right, so now so, can we finally talk about the game?
No.
All right, our boys are loaded in. Let's get it real serious now. We've had a lot of fun warming up the crowd and each other. But
Absolutely.
oh boy! But the time has come.
This is PG Slacks.
To talk about the Dotes. Jack, give me any kind of information at all about any of these teams.
Oh, sure. They played in the group stage and Mineski won.
Okay.
Both of you. All right, so Mineski dominating the group stage. Secret, a direct invite, I believe.
Yes. Actually, the 2 direct invites played each other in the first round of playoffs. That doesn't happen very often.
No.
That's all I have to say about that. I think for this matchup, I don't know, Mineski has just looked sharper overall so far, I want to say, but Team Secret, they just played, which you might think is a disadvantage. I think it's an advantage. They got the momentum. They're warmed up.
Literally.
Literally and figuratively. They went backstage, hugged each other.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. I feel like just coming off of a win, especially against one of the teams like Evil Geniuses, probably one that they were pretty afraid of, it's got to fill them with a little bit of confidence. I mean, rolling into this game, they know they're ready to go. Cinderin, you used to be a good pro player. What did you think about, is winning a game?
I never tried that.
Winning a game, does it help you in your next game, you think?
I feel like there's...
No, shut up, Cinderin. All right,
Yep,
here we go.
I agree
Picks
with that.
are ready to go.
Oh,
Absolutely.
We're in the game.
Jack, tell me your impression, and Chinese impression, actually, just because you have all this information that we
What?
never have. I know, this is more for tomorrow, but Dark Willow, because I'm not going to be able to ask him this every game. What is their impression of Dark Willow?
I don't really have there's no real detailed impression. I mean, it's just a strong hero. Just like everybody has felt, this hero was much stronger than Pangolier when it first came out, and then things evened up a little bit since then. Obviously, Vici were willing to let it through against Mineski, and I would say they probably paid the price for it. So, looking at this, the teams, most of the teams, for instance, Vici, not going to let that hero.
Mineski already played it on both position 5 and 3. So if you give this hero away to Mineski early in the draft, it's not only a good hero, but it's also a flex pick for them. So like you don't really know what you're facing anyway. So Secret, get rid of it. I think it's totally understandable.
You got to ban Arc Warden here, right? If you're Mineski?
I would expect that as well. They've banned like a lot of the bigger, cheesier threats out of the pool immediately in their draft so far.
There's a lot of classic heroes for Ace, I would say, for Secret here. There's the Timbersaw, there's Weaver, there is the Arc Warden that you mentioned that they play on mid 1. Ember is there for mid 1. Naga has been really popular so far in the tournament. I would imagine that getting banned out. And the Pudge is there that Yapsor played yesterday. So there's like plenty of options here. I'm mainly just trying to look for a pattern. So when you go into this drafting phase, I feel like there's like 2 or 3 elements in Captain's Draft that you don't really have in Captain's Mode. First, you look for quote-unquote broken heroes like Dark Willow, like how many of them are in, can we get one, should we just get rid of it, Secret just got rid of it. Then you look if there's like a shortage of something, are there a few mid heroes, are there a few physical damage heroes, are there bad pushing heroes, and then you check for the matchups. Like a hero like Timbersaw in Captain's Draft can be ridiculous in some games. If the hero pool doesn't have any good heroes with innate abilities against Timbersaw, he can just carry a game alone almost. But this pool seems pretty well-rounded to me, actually. There's nothing that stands out. It's just ridiculous with this Willow out already. So I think we're going to be banning, just target banning heroes against players more than anything.
Great call on that Arc Warden, yeah, we're going to see him out. Axe, as we've seen, been used a couple times in the groups yesterday. So, yeah, he'll be out of there as well. Suns fan, anybody standing out to you?
I want to see a Drow Ranger first pick and then a Spectre counter immediately after.
That would be pretty sweet.
I'd love to see that again.
Secret are actually pretty good at playing Drow strats. Ace has historically been a big fan of the hero. Back in Danish Bears, they were one of the teams that would actually first pick Drow, even when it fell out of favor, they were still running Drow strats. I believe he was the captain and drafter of that team, so
yes.
If he has any influence and any say in this, maybe he wants a Drow if it's good for them. As far as the pool goes, I don't know if it's like, you know, when you pick Drow, you build the lineup around Drow. She has to be the centerpiece, you need to use the aura for something. I just don't think there's like that great pairings except Visage, maybe.
Weaver.
It's not too bad, actually.
I think position for Weaver in Captain's Draft especially is actually pretty strong,
it
historically
is good
speaking.
It got nerfed since back then, though. Like the Drow aura is a lot worse on level 1, and Weaver was one of the heroes that drew a lot of benefit from having the aura right from the start. I can't remember now. The Drow aura gives like 3 damage, 2 on level 1. It's like garbage. It's
Oh, speaking
really
of combos, how about a Magnus?
Did you say speaking of garbage?
I said speaking of did I say garbage? I think I said combos.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Everything coming out of my mouth is garbage to you, apparently.
Apparently.
That's great. Thanks. Thanks.
Speaking of garbage, Suns fans.
But yeah, the Empower. How many empowered heroes do we have in this draft?
That's a good point. I can't see the heroes right now, so that's a bit difficult to say.
We have a couple empowered
Puppy looks pretty empowered.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Good call, though. We got a Mag.
Wow.
First pick Mag. So that is also a hero that I believe Mineski have been running sometimes. I think Ice plays it. Jabs used to play Magnus, I believe, when he played mid. Obviously now he plays position 4, and he has been really good since he transitioned role. I think it's been very beneficial for himself and obviously for Mineski. You know, usually you would be like, oh, there's a Timbersaw for Ice here, but Secret obviously willing to let it through, and I think there's a lot of good counters to Timber this game. OD is very good, Disruptor is pretty good. Oh no, we have to see Mineski again. I can't see the picks.
There's so much Magnus synergy. You have the Ember Spirit, you have the Monkey King.
Yeah.
Probably unlikely that they get the
Monkey as well, yeah,
anti-magic, but a lot of
absolutely.
choices.
Ember has fallen out of favor a lot, which is a shame for Secret because they obviously have one of the best players in the world on that hero in mid 1. But maybe with this Magnus first pick, they're planning for it as one of their options further down the line. There comes Disruptor.
Also, if you have the Magnus, the CK feels a lot harder to answer in this pool.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, CK is one of those heroes you need AoE against them. So certain drafts, you can definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah, there actually aren't that many good counter CK heroes.
Does this prevent AM
point.
potentially for Secret being picked with the Disruptor on the other side? I mean, AM and power in general is good, but...
It is. I think if you pick AM with Mag like this, you're...
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I think if Secret are planning for AM, this might be the type of game or the type of hero pool where you maybe don't go Battle Fury with Magnus Empower, and you just play the Empower only and get more of a combat build, because I think if Secret go for an anti-mage, Mineski will be playing a higher pace game with these two supports that they've picked up so far. Very aggressive, very quick to come online in the game, and at the same time also two heroes that fall off pretty much after the 20-minute mark unless they have outstanding games.
I'd like to see a little bit of Death Prophet. There's a hero that a lot of people are running. You know, she's starting to fall out of favor. You don't like Death Prophet?
No.
She's great.
It's so boring.
Boring?
You pop your ult, you take towers. What is up with this haste talent?
Do go for the Ember. Okay.
Okay.
You guys like this haste
Very
talent on
early
Death
pick.
Prophet?
Keep trying to talk about it. It's just not a good talking point. I don't know. No.
It's horrible. But
Yeah, great. Conversation over.
People keep taking it, though. I need somebody... Cinder, why do they take that?
This is my kind of
Stop. I
post.
don't know.
Why do they keep taking that talent?
No one cares.
Haste talent. Tell me.
I think the Ember pick is a bit early, to be honest.
I hate you so much.
So I'm just looking at the pool, and there's actually a couple of pretty bad lane matchups for Ember here. Death Prophet's very good against Ember in lane. OD is a good pick against Ember in lane. Mushi loves playing both. Monkey King has a really good matchup against Ember as well. But you know, you got to choose what you show, and maybe Secret feel like if they don't grab Ember now, Moon might take it from Mineski. They played it earlier. It was today, right? They played Ember, I believe. So
Mineski did show their support, so there's no real instant lockdown like that for Ember.
That is true.
A player of mid-one's caliber is going to be able to dodge most of Disruptor's kit.
yeah, it's very good
and
against
get out of the-
Disruptor.
Obviously, yeah. So I think they probably feel that this gives them scalability later. It's a threat that they can't really answer right now.
Like the Lion pick, I think this is a really good hero for Secret in general. Yaps are
Hey!
Here's the DP.
Okay, I know who I'm picking. for this
Now,
game.
I gotta say, one of the best things about Death Prophet is the haste talent. Can we talk a little bit about the haste talent?
Now that it's relevant, can somebody tell me why that's good?
I don't think he's going to get level 25 this game, so who cares?
It's always a possibility.
It is a possibility. If it gets to that, I will
Alright.
talk about why the other talent is great.
Well, we're not going to be casting this game, so we can't.
That
we
is
can't-
actually
we
true.
can't
I'll tell you backstage.
Great. Anybody wondering? Just me? Okay.
No one cares.
OD got picked. Great.
Hey!
We got 2 mid heroes now.
You know what OD doesn't have in this game that could be useful? It doesn't have a haste talent.
Yeah.
If OD had a haste talent, that hero would
See,
be really
that's
good.
better. That's better.
A level 25?
Level
Yes.
10 haste talent,
A level 10.
that'll be good.
What if he had a really bad, just a hero that's really bad, but has the most broken level 10 talent? Like, literally just haste.
Remember, that instantly reminded me of Lena, just getting that 30-second respawn
Oh,
time.
yeah, that was-
Instant respawn.
Yeah. I
Oh,
miss
that was
those
stupid.
days.
That was not a bad hero either, though.
So can I ask you guys, the OD, maybe I'm not the best Dota player, doesn't make a lot of sense to be in this draft. Usually you pick up an OD when you have heroes that have a lot of mana that they need to be spent. Oh, wait. Yeah. Well, that works, but where's the setup? Typically OD is a big setup boy.
There's a couple of things that OD is good for in this game. First of all, it gives them flexibility in laning because both OD and DP have good matchups against Ember, so now they can put either of them in the safe lane. OD has a save against Lion Hex, against the stun. They get a way to counterplay RP. If OD's in a good position with a Blink Dagger, can maybe Blink Disrupt or Blink Astral the key target from RP. Obviously, the more heroes RP hits, the harder it gets to get the right target. Or even if you do, you can still lose the fight. It's just... I think the OD pick is pretty solid for them. It's also a setup for Hook. It's pretty nice.
As you said, Sind, Ember's going to have a hard time finding a good lane in this game.
Yeah, I think.
As far as the save goes, again, you often want to trade up with a Magnus for a core. Death Prophet is generally a hero that if you fight her at all, you're going to have to all in and burst her down. And so OD's very good at disrupting that too.
Yep. There's their
All right.
power, hero number 2. We'll see if they get a third. They could.
So even though you
Play
have
Monkey King
Empower, do
support?
you still think you go Ember, the magic build, despite having Empower?
That's a good
Because
question.
you have a physical DP. Depends on what position Monkey King is, right?
Yeah, I feel like Monkey King position 4 has fallen out of favor a lot, and with good reason. The question is in this game if they're considering it because it doesn't really have a good core matchup yet. So maybe they want to run it. Well, we'll see.
Well, we should also mention, historically speaking, as well in Captain's Draft, even though things fall out of favor in Captain's mode, it's actually more common to see these crazier positions played by weird heroes. Although that's not that weird, I suppose.
I mean, Monkey King support, it definitely has a good matchup against Pudge support. It's 2 melee supports facing off, and Monkey loves that matchup, obviously. It is indeed a support Monkey King, more than likely. They could play support CK, which is also a bit of an oddball.
I mean, I feel like it could work in this one, though, because with Magnus's in power, you know, he becomes kind of a carry on his own, even if he is a support. He's just hitting hard no matter what, doesn't need too many items. This is really drafted around the Magnus, in my opinion. I think it's going to work out great. Any thoughts, Jack, on this draft from Secret? You think it's stronger?
He doesn't see the 10th pick
well,
yet.
it's 5v4, so right now it's definitely strong.
Do you think it... let me... let him answer.
It looks pretty good right now. Again, I thought CK was a pretty big threat early on in this draft, and it hasn't really been addressed. And there isn't much left in that way of being able to deal with it. I think, if anything, Mineski can try to draft very aggressively here.
You know, one thing I never noticed was how ripped OD is. Look at those pectorals. That guy.
Yeah, it's kind of trash.
How good is Bristleback this game?
Don't ignore your host. That's rude.
Don't ignore me. Talk about his physique.
Our host
and also
is
talk about the
worthless.
haste talent on Death Prophet. Jesus.
You've got 3 things we need you to talk about before you move to Bristleback.
Or do they want to timber themselves? It's a lot of physical damage. Let's give you some AoE.
It's like everybody's ignoring.
We're trying to.
I'm the host!
We split off into factions here.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Bristleback, you were talking about some move
No, we moved on to Timber already.
How about you
All
get
right.
Centaur here?
I don't know.
Then you can get haste to Death Prophet.
What
She
do you-
won't have to take that at 25.
Oh my god, what a great idea! This guy's got it. Oh, please.
All
Get
right.
wrecked. Get wrecked.
No!
Get wrecked.
That will get her through until level 25. That's
they
fantastic.
didn't use my set. They definitely lost this game. I
Okay,
think.
well, that's just blatant advertising on a Valve-sponsored event. Well, so,
Is that not allowed? Buy our tickets at our event. That's not allowed to say? That's what you're trying to say, Slim?
hey, how about some predictions, Suns fan? Are you going to go against your boy, the Centaur War Runner?
Yeah, I think the hero's terrible. Secret.
Okay, well, that was harsh and actually pretty
I
sad.
try my best to get this hero buffed, so.
Okay, Jack,
Yeah, I like Secret's draft as well.
any reason?
No, absolutely not.
No, that's it. Until the Centaur world comes up, they're pretty fast too. Really fast.
Okay, great. Cinderin?
I like Secret more as well. I think it's easier to execute. I think the Chaos Knight pick especially is going to become a problem. So I'm sure you're
going to go
gonna
against
go
us.
against that and be
Yeah,
wrong as
100%.
always. So
No,
No, he's always right, actually.
I'm right, and Secret's got this one. But I do think Mineski could come through in the game. But until that time, perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, we should get ready for game number 1 in the... Thank you.
Flip-flopper?
I don't flip-flop. This is... Whoa.
All
Let's go
right,
get
thanks.
I almost made a joke. Let's head over to the casting duo for the game.
Thank you
Those
so much for that
guys.
great throw, Slacks. I really appreciate it. Here we are, game number 1, Trent. It's going to be an exciting matchup. It is Secret versus Mineski. Of course, Secret, a very strong team, but Mineski have been looking good recently, my friend.
Definitely. I think they're probably the stronger team maybe coming into this one. Looking at all that versatility. We've got Mushi, we've got Ice Ice Ice, tons of heroes. And Secret, I thought they were going to dominate EG, but it was much closer than I expected. So
Very close game.
Unfortunately, they have a mid-1 Ember, so that to me feels like a game winner. So
Yeah.
I'm also in favor of the panel there with the Secret pick.
Yeah, I mean, they all thought Secret was going to do really well here. I'm enjoying the dancing from the Monkey King.
All right, now they definitely won.
Yeah, it's over already. Look at this. This is the best thing I've seen all day. What is this? Is this a courier? Where did this come from?
It's a beautiful courier. It's from the Pango
thing,
I believe.
He is riding a horse. I love it. This is the best thing ever.
It's like he just taunts all the time. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. We will see, it looks like Secret as well as Mineski meeting. There's a smoke happening here, and they're going to run into each other potentially. Ace, they're looking to contest this room. Mineski they don't want any part of this. They're like, see ya. We're just going to back up towards our tier 1 tower. Although Secret are also backing at this point, not trying to contest either. They're moving across the map, trying to find other bounty rooms, perhaps.
Yeah, everyone's just doing their early game little sword out here, trying to figure out where we want to go, trying to spot where your enemies are. I don't think anyone's going to get too greedy by the looks of it here. So in terms of general lane setups, anything too wacky going on? Mid-1 will be in his home territory there of the mid lane. There's a courier still just pouncing about in the dire
roaming
jungle.
Monkey King.
Yeah.
So the big thing that they were talking about, we thought maybe the Monkey King gets picked into a core position. Now they have a CK along with the Ember Spear with the Magnus and Power, which feels like a very strong strat here for Secret. Earth Spike, they won't be able to steal the rune though, so.
Up top, there's also a skewer there. But Mushi will be A-okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Empower strat here from Secret, like they said, easy to execute, and it should work out pretty well for them considering the heroes that they have in this game.
Yeah, I would say the Monkey King is probably the thing I'm least confident about in Secret's draft. Just in the support role, it hasn't been that successful lately. It kind of stopped getting picked for a reason, but that's Captain's draft, right? You got to kind of work with what's in the pool there, and they felt like this was the best option available for them after Mineski snagged the Pudge.
And I think especially Yapster playing it too, he's very versatile. So if anyone can make it work, I feel like it's going to be him on that hero. So we'll see. We'll see where he heads up in terms of where he rotates around the map.
Bottom lane looks awful. There is this Centaur and this Pudge. Two beefy guys, and you're just a lion by yourself. Like, what can you really do here?
Yeah, level 1 especially. I'm not sure if he can get too much done. Ace should still maybe get some good CS, but this is Yapster is just clowning at this point. Gonna hit up a Ninja Boogie, and he'll get a Thunder Strike for good measure, but he's already taken a lot of damage. He's gonna have to go back and tango, regen up. He is just hopping. Yapster's having a good old time.
Ninja Boogie's fine with trading. He knows he only has the tree dance there, so pretty big win there for Disruptor, I would say. And he just kind of roams back up to the lane that he wants to go to.
Yeah, so no worries there. And Yapster getting level 2, getting the Jingu Master potentially might make things a bit easier in terms of harassing and doing some work. But this is a pretty good start for Nan in the mid lane. 7 last hits for him against the Ember Sphere to 4. And then every other lane is about even at this point in terms of farm.
I like what Yapster is doing here, though, making use of the hero in terms of the vision, so he can kind of keep an eye on. He knows that mid 1 is the most vulnerable person here. So you have a Death Prophet against an Ember Spirit, definitely favoring the Death Prophet, and she can keep putting on this pressure, try and lower him to a point where if Pudge just swoops in, he can do something. And then Yapster's here just to guard his mid laner. Force jabs back towards the river, and now they'll just fight over some bounty runes.
Yeah. So this Jeb's Pudge, we'll see what he can get done in terms of finding hooks, in terms of finding ganks. Still level 1. He's a haste rune now. He's everywhere. He's everything. They're going to find jabs. I don't know if they go for this. The Earth Spike, they use the Primal Spring on top of it and a couple of auto attacks, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill. Jabs will be able to get back under the tower.
That's great, though. They zone him out. They force out some regen. They get both the bounty runes now. Nice little win.
That's good stuff. Stomp coming in as well onto Ace as he was left alone. So yeah, Puppey, he's going to be level 2. He can start, once he gets more levels, this lane gets easier. It can help out more. He can start spamming more spells when he gets the mana drain as well. But until then, this Centaur for Ice should probably do fine. I mean, he's at 8 last hits already. He's doing pretty well and pretty good in this off lane.
Yeah, and you can see up top, Fada, you know, he ditched the mid lane a few years ago. He was probably happy to never see OD again, but Captain's draft, you get a safe lane OD.
The safe lane OD.
He's getting Astral, he's getting denied,
the
pretty frustrating.
Classic safe lane OD, as it were.
Yeah, but at least once you have some levels there on the Magnus, you can just Shockwave and keep up decently with the farm. Plus, he's going to have Soul Ring, which is quite the amazing item these days.
Yeah,
and
so
again, say goodbye to your creep.
He's actually going to skewer him into the tower, Mushi, and going to try to dive this and look for Fada, doing a lot of damage to the Thunderstrike. That glimpse back as well, but that might actually hurt them. He's going to the north. They need one more auto attack potentially. He salves up in time. Mushi cannot find him and get the skill. In fact, Mushi takes a lot of damage. If Fata had mana, he might turn back around, but it is only level 1 Shockwave, and of course, Skewer was on cooldown. In the mid lane, maybe diving mid 1, the Spirit Siphon. Good hook from Jabs. Nicely done. Searing Chains keeps him alive. There's the Boundless Strike on top of it, and Moon will be able to back up and won't be able to get the kill. Good effort trying to find it, but no such luck for Mineski there.
Yeah, I'd say this is a little bit of a problem with the support Monkey King. Like, he has a pretty hard time with turn potential early on, especially when you have Tree Dance, because he has no threat with Jingu right now. Just level 2, and just you know, he can save his Ember Spear, but the odds of him actually capitalizing and getting a decent kill are not very high.
Yeah, so Mineski, they have the kill potential with the Pudge.
We're still just waiting on first blood, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's
almost 4 minutes.
It's a slow-paced game, and it's really just settling into the laning phase right now. There's not much else happening. I mean, like you mentioned, Yapster's not really accomplishing that much. So
we might see something, another battle of the bounty runes, perhaps, or at least maybe Jabs will get himself a decent rune in the river or something. Without Rot first as well, it's kind of been a problem for him, but he'll be level 2 now after this bounty rune.
Yeah.
Sit away.
Nicely done. Meanwhile, Searing Chains, Moon pushing back mid 1 after the Searing Chains. You can see the Spirit Siphon, a Crypt Swarm, and not much they can do. Again, they just don't have enough damage yet. So this is a pretty slow-paced game, just all about really lane phase at this point. And the CK is getting good farm, but Mineski have a lot of good CS as well in terms of what they're getting across the map.
Yeah, for them, I think we're just looking at the Death Prophet. She'll probably be the one to make something happen, right? That first ultimate, try and decide on an objective together. In terms of dive recovery, like maybe if the CK can find someone down bottom and just start like going under tower and stuff, they don't really have the best options for like TP saves from the side of Mineski. The best thing they would have would be punishes with glimpses or something like that. But DP and OD unlikely to make any big rotations without a lot of levels. So we'll see if maybe Secret can find some sort of aggression first. As this monkey, man, there's just this tree.
He's just moving
wandering around the mid lane.
He's been a tree, he's been a rune, he's been a chicken. He's all over the place.
He's also still level 2 at 5 minutes, so.
Yeah, you'd like a little bit more experience, a little bit bigger of an impact on the Monkey King, but there's not much you can do. Puppy's still staying bottom. He can't help him in that regard. Earthspike coming out. CK is there. They do have the level 1 stun, level 2 Reality Rift, which is off cooldown in 1 second. Good 2-second stun, plus the Reality Rift. The Stomp comes out, the good stick charge. One more auto attack. Maybe the Salve comes out, and Ice will survive for now. Jabs rotating in. Might find Puppy. The Rock comes out. He gets the kill. They won't chase after Ace, though. Too low is Ice. They'll back themselves up. Very good kill coming in. Good rotation from Jabs. Now they jump it from the Monkey King. They've got the Spirit Siphon up. Mid-1 taking some damage. It's the Flame Guard going still. Now Nana needs to back himself up here, needs to be careful. They have the Searing Chains at the ready. Crypthorn comes out, there's the Boundless Strike. Good Fairy Fire, one more auto attack, they get the kill. Secret, turn it around. And now Ninja Boogie looking for a Thunderstrike going to mid-1. Searing Chains comes again, there's the glimpse of the Rot. Mid-1 still getting chased down. Jabs wants this so bad, and he will find it, and Yapzor can only watch as they lose his mid laner.
All right, finally we get a little bit of a kill burst. Oh, and there, hook out of the tree.
That hook from Jabs was sick, out of the tree, beautifully done. Can they find Ninja Boogie, though? Kinetic Field might keep him alive. Moon's coming back in. They have the Spirit Siphon. Maybe, I think it might be cooldown. Actually, one left. He's going to use the Cryptstorm along top of it. There's the hook, just connecting. Jabs.
Oh, that looked like Slax's sniper eggs. He curved the bullet, I think, right there. Still managed to get him. 3-1 lead now for Mineski.
Yeah, this is Jabs starting to make some serious plays with these hooks. Doing a very good job.
I'd say there's no doubt that it's the Secret lineup, though, that you're kind of looking at to maybe come online a little bit later, right? Kind of that Empower thing to give you farming up potential there onto your CK, someone who tends to struggle a little bit with that. Same thing with the Monkey King, maybe adding a little bit of damage onto him from that. So we are just kind of waiting a little bit for old Secret to come online.
Yeah, I mean, once they get that Empower really running, I mean, it's level 1 right now, but you max that Empower, all of a sudden, not just the CK, but the Ember Spirit farming like crazy, taking control of the jungle. And Fata's not doing that bad either, sitting at level 5, getting close to 6, sitting at 23 last hits. So what you talked about, he was maybe going to have a rough early lane, but has since climbed back into it and has done a great job.
I want to see Ace get his no-tail impression on here, man. I want to get this rotating CK. You know, trying to save somebody from some dives mid, maybe try and get a kill on the Death Prophet. For now, he seems content to just kind of chill down bottom.
He's using his Phantasm to farm. No surprises there, just trying to take care of jungle camps and get the best that he can in terms of CS. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see him get aggressive because his team's not really doing too much of that right now.
Oh, they really want to get something done here with the smoke. Ninja Boogie loses his. Jabs will place a ward, just trying to spot an easy hook.
Rift, Earth Spike, again, Ice is rather tanky, 2 seconds stun. They use the Stampede, but he's already dead, and Jabs might be next. The Tree Dance coming in. Jabs one more auto attack, can't quite find it. He'll get back under the tier 1 tower. Ninja Boogie is going to be next. Reality Rift, a couple of auto attacks should do the job. Puppy and Earth Spike, it is there. The hook save, it's just the dead body going back to the tier 2 tower, and Ace gets a double kill.
Oh, there you go. That's what they need from that CK. Doesn't even have his armlet yet, already putting in some work. Now almost up to 1,000 gold.
Yeah, top of the net worth by about 600, and the Mushi OD continues to farm in the top lane, and also is going to grab the bounty rune away from Fata. So we'll see what type of rotations they want to make with Mushi or Death Prophet. They have the exorcism now, so maybe they want to make something happen in that regard. You talked about getting an objective early on in the game. We'll see if he moves somewhere else, or if he tries to push into the mid-tier 1 tower sometime soon.
I wouldn't mind seeing a gank attempt on mid-1 as well before he's level 6. But it feels like he's just been very well guarded. There's a lot of vision around him. Yapzor's been there just kind of babysitting him the entire time. It's hurt his levels, but it's meant that they haven't found any real success against the Ember Spirit, just that one kill.
Man, Hana's doing great. Level 7 to level 5 in the mid lane. Really good experience advantage for him.
Fata as well, just kind of waiting for some sort of an opportunity. Just been chilling top, blasting some waves, maybe hoping someone will end up diving a tower, something he can come in and go for an RP. But other than that, his only mission is just try and get those levels.
He's just farming the jungle now. He's got the Quelling Blade at the ready. Yapzor looks to be invis, but there's a sentry right there. Stomp double edge. I don't think Ice has enough damage, but it's going to push Yapzor back for now and give him some more space to work with. So,
Jabs is nearby though. Kind of wants to make something happen.
This is really what you're waiting on from Mineski's this pudge. What else can he get done in the early game? That's where your, I think, ganks are coming from if you're Mineski.
1-0 and 3. Not too bad.
Yeah, he's finding a couple of kills. Stampede's still on cooldown? No, it just came off cooldown at this point. Ice has it at the ready if they want to use something and try to go for a kill. There's the armlet done for the CK. So, do you think he's going to start rotating around, or maybe they keep push going?
I think he's pretty content, right? They don't want to commit to anything because then that allows Death Prophet to commit somewhere else, and then maybe you won't be able to rotate in time for the ultimate or something like that. So I think they'd rather respond to movements that come out from the Dire.
Right.
And it looks like that might be top lane here.
Yeah.
They are assembling with a smoked DP.
And they scanned it correctly for Secret. There are so many heroes here. Mushi is pushing in. Yapsor on the trees, getting some good vision as we speak, trying to maybe find Mushi, but Nana is invis for now, or I think he's smoked up, so they're going to try to bait this out potentially. We'll see if they can't find a kill or two. But yeah, I think they're just going to back up. We'll see. They're trying to find something. There's the Exorcism. They're just going to go for the push on the tower.
Yeah, I think they were hoping they could just catch one person, but now they're just going to reveal themselves, right?
Just running. There's the Stampede. Hook is going to connect on Fada. I think it actually was skewering away, in fact, and that's a problem. Boundless Strike coming in. They've got the Thunderstrike. Crypt Swarm coming in back. They've got the Glimpse, and Fada will fall on the other side. Looking for another kill here. They've got the Astral up. Ace in trouble. Armlet toggle. Double edge. One more auto attack. These toggles are sick. Are you kidding me? How is he going to get out of this? One more toggle again. Yes! Ace makes it out. That is insane. And on the other side, Nana's going to get a double kill with the Exorcism. Plus, they are putting pressure on this Tier 1 tower in the top lane. But Ace surviving somehow. Those toggles, my God.
I mean, if it weren't for those toggles, they would have lost 3 cores across the map. So they do have that save there, but definitely not a good moment here for Secret.
Get out of there. Ice is on your tail. Get out of there. The stomp. Nope. Puppy juked him. He's got the kinetic field. I don't think he's getting out of this one. Double edge. See ya. Ice will take the kill. And on the other side, Nana will finally fall. Fada comes in, and they will take him out. RP was used.
He's back here. He doesn't even have wards. Here, like, someone's going to come drop a sentry around here, and they'll be like, what the hell is this lion just back here with no wards?
That's very strange. Jabs. Remnant it down. Mid one gets the job done. Glimpse back. Static Storm. They've got the level 6. And now coming in is Ice. They need to stomp. They've got it ready. Double edge. That's all they need. They don't even need to stomp to get the kill. Nicely done from Mineski.
Man, that's going to be a Vanguard here for Ice if he wants it. He has it queued up there. And quite a bit of physical damage, of course, coming out. Got your CK. A little bit of Magnus and power stuff going through.
Like the past 2 minutes, we've seen a lot of rotations, a lot of action happening. It's because of those ultimates coming out now. A lot of level 6 heroes. And we'll probably wait for the next Exorcism for Mineski to make a move.
Yeah, exactly. We just kind of get onto this timer. Every single time it rolls around, we want to go for a Tier 1 tower with ease, and then maybe even to the Roche Pit after that, once we start breaking into the 20-minute mark or so. Yapsor continues to just kind of make his way across the map. No real concerns about the ultimate or anything this game. You'd rather level up all your other skills.
Yeah, he's not doing that much damage right now. He's got, boots earned, so just get all your abilities up and ready to go. They did go Vanguard on Ice, interestingly enough. He already has Stampede for some sort of initiation. They have Glimpse back as well. He'll get the Blink, I would assume, afterwards, but just tank up for now and try to stay alive against the CK in general.
Yeah, and now they have the really early Force Staff on Mushi here, too. Be able to catch someone out of position on the side of Team Secret.
Also kite some of these heroes as well. So,
oh, Fada. That's a Blink.
Yeah, he's got it ready. He's just going to have to buy it from the side chop. What do you think? They back up, maybe smoke, go for an RP play?
The problem is, well, they'll need to get some decent vision, I would guess, because currently the Radiant Vision into that Dire Jungle is not too great, so it might be a little bit tough to find that correct target that they want with the smoke gank.
Right.
And Fada's actually just going to show with the Blink here. Oh, no, he's not going to step into vision by the looks of it.
He's sitting around this top lane, shockwaved out the wave. They've spotted Mushi. Jabs is looking. That hook was very close, actually. Just a little bit to the left, and he gets that hook and gets the kill, more than likely, but he's able to get out in time, and he's back in the base.
Everyone just dodging each other all over the map here. And that means Secret continuing to get that farm. And 2-kill lead, a little bit of a gold lead on the side of Mineski, but nothing too major of a concern right now, I think, if you're on Team Secret.
So 5-7, top net worth is Mushi. They have this RP ready to go. Exorcism is back up. Do you make a move if you're Mineski?
What's Ice at? He definitely wants to make something happen. He's far away from any sort of a next item. Just getting his Tranquils delivered now. And then it'll be that long wait for the Blink Dagger. So yeah, I'd like to get something done with Static Storm probably from Ninja Boogie, maybe after the 14-minute rune. It is Secret who are going to try and make that Blink play.
Yeah, they've got the smoke up. Ninja Boogie's not the target they want, but they're going to run right into him. The Reality Rook's coming in. They've got the Earth Spike, easy kill. No Blink RP needed. They'll take the bounty run. On top of all of that, now do they continue on or do they back up is the question. Looks like they're just going to farm.
It's not the hero they wanted, but it also cost them absolutely nothing. So it's not too big of a deal. Just a little bit of time from their cores, a little bit of damage onto that Tier 1 tower in the mid lane, but just information, I suppose you could say, for Team Secret.
Yes.
And we talked about vision. The vision from the Dire has looked quite a bit better this game. Got that nice tier ward in behind the tier 1 tower over on the Radiant off lane. Got some wards in the mid lane too, trying to protect their tier 1.
Yeah, this vision is going to be crucial, especially for Japs to find some kills. They have the silence up. They need a glimpse. They're going to find it. There's the static storm, but he misses the kinetic field. The hook also missing. Mid one's going to remnant away all the way towards the bottom rune spot. And he should be fine. In the meantime, Ace will find a kill on Ice. Ice getting dropped down. So they miss narrowly for Mineski, and they lose a hero in the process. Now the Hex from Puppy. They've got the Earth Spike. Here comes Spada RP. Onto 2. Where's the skewer back? There's the kinetic field. It won't help them at all. They've got the Searing Chain. This is going to be huge. The Wukong's command. This is a disaster for Mineski. The Glimpse Back won't save them. It's 3 dead, and Ace gets a mega kill spree. They might want to get more, perhaps this tier 1 tower, but that is a great fight for Secret right there.
Very good communication from the side of Team Secret. You can see, you talk about Bane with like Tiny Eye or something like that. You just get like sleep into relocate. That's what that looked like. You just start off with 1 stun from the line into the Hex, plenty of time for the RP to come through from the TP.
Yeah, Fada beautifully positioned for that blink RP. They will take Puppy, and they will keep their tier 1 tower alive. There's not much. It looks like Secret couldn't transition into that push, so at the very least they will secure a support kill and give some more room for Ice in this bottom lane. But a very good fight nonetheless for Secret, getting those 3 kills there.
And you can see Ice is actually looking to address all of that physical burst that we just saw in that last fight by going for the straight up Crimson Guard.
Well, Mushi is indeed looking at mid 1. The Tree Dance will come out. There's the silence. They bring him back in. They've got the Spirit Siphon, and they've lost the Absorb. Mineski getting a nice kill there. They're going to pop the Exorcism. Yeah, I mean, this is you're close to the tier 1 tower. You get a kill, push into an objective with the Exorcism.
Fada is at the max in power, but he's not here, so there's not really anything for mid 1 to do. His Slight's also only level 2, so you can't really do too much about this.
Mineski, they've seen the Remnant. I don't think mid 1's going to move over in this direction, considering that they're pushing the tier 1 tower. So they're just going to back up for now and look to reconvene another day. Maybe not.
Dire also get the tower bottom lane too, so 2 towers done there, and Secret is kind of sitting around during all of this. Don't really feel confident going in. It looks like this is kind of Mineski's response to the RP actually being used. They say, okay, let's put some pressure in both lanes. Don't really feel like they have a very good response for us, right? You don't have a line that can really do anything. He's very poor. It's understandable. It's only the Magnus jumps that are going to do too much. CK's not that farmed. He's trying to build up to a little bit of damage here with an Echo Saber.
Right, neither is the Ember Spirit. They really need some power to kick in. They're going to get a lot of farm. Like, the Ember Spirit's going to go for a Battle Fury on top of the Empower as well, so you give a bit more time to mid 1 and things get a lot easier. But they are still losing a couple of tier 1 towers, and we'll see how Secret respond.
The tower pressure from Mineski is also pretty low without Exorcism as well.
Right.
Nice
hook and the Static Storm. This should be a kill with Ice and the double edge, and it is. Very nicely done, but in the meantime, Secret move immediately into Roche. And they should finish this pretty quickly. I'm not sure Mineski kicking in. They do have the Sanity's Eclipse, but nobody's over there. And Yapstor is, of course, a moving ward at this point.
Yeah, CK becoming quite a bit of a better Roshan hero these days. That you can just pop the Phantasms, head into the pit.
The illusions, finally.
Help tank it up some. And he will snag it up for himself here. So Ace looking rather scary. Quite a bit of damage, hard to bring down in these engagements. Would need quite a bit of burst there from the CK.
What do you think he goes for next? Maybe using like a BKB after he has the Sector Saber and Armlet done?
BKB, their initiation, I wouldn't mind a Blink relatively early on, especially if you have mid 1 going super greedy, but they're going to have to decide exactly how much priority they're going to get. Mid 1 just wants to be like super mobile across the whole map with this like, Battle Fury just going from lane to lane.
And he's getting pretty close. Starting off with the drum, getting to that Battle Fury. He's about 1,000 away at this point.
But up against the OD, even just the DPing, the general magic damage, plus that Disruptor being such a pain, Ace just queuing up the easy cookie-cutter BKB for now.
So if you're worried about mid 1, if you're worried about the CK, do you want to be more active for Mineski? Do you want to try to get more objectives done?
Yeah, I think they should just be, again, just playing around Exorcism as much as they can. I'm sure that's their main goal. Currently, they're smoked up, looking towards that mid lane, but there's a bunch of the Radiant heroes here. No one's really playing by themselves.
Mineski will smoke. They will head down towards the bottom lane, it looks like, in mid 1. Just farming. He's got some remnants ready to go. He's just going to, I think, head into the trees and just peace out. Top lane, I think...
Yapsor's doing the exact same thing. He's also just piecing out.
Yeah.
He kind of just runs into Mushi. And this is one thing about the Sport Monkey King that we haven't really talked about, is that you don't really need the Jingu Mastery to do all these annoying side lane pushing things. You can just hop along the trees, just use your Primal Spring, use your Boundless Strike, You don't do that much damage because you're support, but you can still just endlessly push waves, and you're very hard to deal with. It's a lot like Coddle, where you have to commit a lot.
They're going to find Puppey here. He's been caught in kinetic field. There's the Centaur Conqueror, rather Centaur Warrunner ultimate. Good stun. There's going to be the RP onto 2. The Wukong's command coming out as well. Ace blows up 1. They're about to get 2 more. The Static Storm was perfect, and now they should find these kills. They're going to have Stomp coming out from ISSI doing work. Great Sanities. What a turnaround from Mushi. They're going to get the Aegis, but now Secret will back up. The Wukong's command is still there. They popped the Exorcism. They want the CK, and they're going to find it more than likely with a Dismember coming in. What a turnaround coming in from Mineski to find that fight going their way.
That Crimson Guard from ISSI saving everyone, protecting so much of the damage for the team. And you could see that when the RP came through, they're all just stuck in there, and they kind of collapse in on top of the side of Mineski. They want to try and bring down some of those heroes, and then ISSI just gets the huge 3-man stomp right into the Sanities. Yeah. Easy cleanup for Mushi.
So they could have gotten more, just the Aegis going the way of, Aegis and CK, I should say, rather going the way of Mineski, and they're still kind of concerned probably about the CK getting a lot of farm, Ember Spirit as well, kind of getting close to the battlefield. I think he actually has it at this point in time, and just getting around the map, and split pushing for Secret. That seems to be the name of the game now that they've used that RP, but...
Man, I know Jazz loves his Midas, but he just got like 700 gold. He's going to lose a little bit of it.
Yeah, he will. Try to deny himself here, potentially sticks up. Trying to run, and he gets it. Nice.
What a hero.
Yeah.
That's not irritating at all or anything.
You just spent like 5 seconds chasing this guy. You're supposed to have this kill. Nope.
He doesn't even have a soul ring.
So, he'll deny himself a 1K lead from Mineski at 20 minutes into this game. A couple more items coming out. Fada has picked up a Shadow Blade. In terms of other items, Spirit Vessel for Yapsor. He's done a pretty good job. And Ace is building into what looks to be the BKB. He has the Ogre Club right now, and he's got the rest of the recipe and the Mithril Hammer in his quick buy, so trying to get to Magic Immunity. And what else besides the Battle Fury? I think that's about it.
The Shadow Blade doesn't feel as good as it usually does to me this game. He doesn't really have anyone who can fight with him right now, right? You have a CK who's not very mobile. You can't like Shadow Blade in, and then the CK has to be pretty close. You can't like blink in on top or anything like that. Right. So it feels more like it's just to help out with his own split push. And there'll be some initiations and some scouting during the team fights. And maybe that factor of having like Magnus doesn't want to be the primary initiator most of the time, right? You see he wants to like come into the middle of an engagement. He wants someone else to kind of run in there first so he can spot that really good RP.
Yeah. Collapse first, then they could just jump in and get the RP skewer back like he's had at least 2 or 3 times in this game. He's had about a couple of 2-man RPs at this point. So
if there's no sentries down or something like that, he can kind of do that scouting himself and try and find those good RPs, but just continues to be a little bit of split push game here. Still very tight, 10-11.
I mean, we keep talking about, but mid 1 and the CK, you look at the late game for Secret, it feels pretty good. I mean,
fantastic.
Wukong's command as well on top of all of that. Like, it seems like they've got the late game in spades at this point.
Yeah, I think the next big problem for them will be the BKB for the OD. They're going to try and probably pressure in with that from the side of Mineski, and that'll be the big fight that they're going to have to try and win from the side of Secret. But it helps if Disruptor's dead.
Yeah, and they're going to find him here. The hook comes out. Fada, he's got the skewer available. They use the finger. They blow up the Disruptor. And now they've used the Stampede, and they're going to try to find something. RP onto 2 from Fada. The skewer back under the tier 2 tower. They've got damage. Where's the CK coming in? Jabs is getting low at this point. They pop the Exorcism. The Wukong's command coming out. Nana in trouble, getting caught and killed. 3 dead. Secret with a great fight, now 4. Mineski will lose, and that is a giant fight. A great RP again from Fada. He's hitting pretty much all of them and skewering back into the tier 2 tower for them to follow up with the Wukong's command.
Yeah, Ninja Boogie's been pretty instrumental in a lot of these team fights. His ultimates have been very important, and they've been really well placed. And I think the problem there, I guess Mineski just felt like, yes, their Disruptor just got blown up, but we kind of have to fight or they're just going to chase us down. They have this Ember Spirit. He's going to be like running after us, and there's just Searing Chain one after another. We have to like try and take a good fight, just blow up one of their heroes too. But ISSI didn't quite have the damage there under the tower. So ends up in a pretty bad decision there from Mineski in the end. And it'll be Secret pushing up the mid lane here a little bit.
Good sentry, but Ninja Boogie's able to back up. And they're going to push into this tier 2 tower. Glimpse back in. Fada needs to be careful. Into the hook from Jabs and the kinetic field on top. Good boundless strike. Fada's not dead yet. He has no skewer. There's the static storm. He needs some help here. He's getting low, and they've got the stomp at least onto 1. 1 second cast bolt. Puppey's in trouble. Earthquake onto 2, but it will not save him. The Earn Charge taking him down, and they will hold their tier 2 tower. Ace on the run. Very good play from Jabs and Ninja Boogie. The combination, the glimpse into the hook. Beautifully done.
Excellent punish from him, just trying to scout and play a little bit aggressive there. Well, Yapsor at this point, he's got himself up into a medallion, looking at that Solar Crest. Great this game. Very good against OD. And then he already has that beautiful Spirit Vessel. Who doesn't love that thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a good item. And you're able to get so much farm on this Monkey King because of what you were talking about with the split pushing. Your Primal Spring, your Boundless Strike, you clear waves so quickly, and he's just making his home in this top lane right now, just jumping on trees and finding waves to clear.
Yeah, it's very hard to catch him out. You pretty much have to be like waiting with like either a Thunder Strike or something to keep getting vision on top of him as he retreats into the trees, or some sort of big hook play. But the Dire Heroes, they aren't there. They're down the bottom lane, and they're scouted out here by Puppy. He drops a sentry and an observer.
Yeah, so we'll see if Mineski wants to back up. Exorcism is still down. Mushi has a couple of items to work with here. And we'll see if they want to push into this tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. His BKB's not done yet.
Ice does.
Yeah,
He's just in there.
He's just running straight in. As a Centaur, that's probably fine. Yapsor gets the balance strike off. There's no fall, but looks like maybe there is. Realdrift coming in, the Chaos Bolt on top of it. At 2 seconds down, he pops the Crimson Guard. Fada's not there for the fall, plus they have the Sentry. So they see Fada, of course, using that Shadow Blade, and mid one not there. He uses Boots of Travel to get elsewhere. And he's just trying to get these bounty runes across the map. And Mineski, they will back up. They're not going to try to take this tier 2 tower. And this gives Secret an opportunity to continue to pressure top lane with mid one.
Yeah, you could see Ace just kind of grabbed him and then started running back. I think they were trying to bait an Exorcism out and just like retreat from the fight, but they're concerned about the fact that if the Stampede goes off, then they can just be on top of him. Even if you're like baiting at a safe, or at least what feels like a safe distance, suddenly all of Mineski just romps on top. So they immediately go for the smoke, try and go for the mid lane, but nobody's going to be here. It looks like it was well scouted out here by the side of Mineski as they're all hiding in their base, well behind the tier 2s. Again, plenty of sentries put down. They're trying to spot those movements from Fada with the Shadow Blade.
They are back at home, staying well behind the tier 2 at the very least. They have spotted out one. They're going to get the Hex off. They're looking for the Earthspike. They will find it. There's the hook save, though, coming in from Jabs. Another one. Keeps his teammate alive. Ice a little far out, but they will not go and initiate on a hero that tanky. They decide to back themselves up. Now we have to start looking at Roshan again because it's getting up pretty soon at this point. We're about to hit the first respawn marker, and we'll see what it's going to be in terms of the timing. 1 minute and 38 seconds, so and Secret has done a good job of keeping these waves pushed out for the most part.
The save potential of Pudge is always just like so underestimated. I guess it doesn't matter as much when you're playing just like normal games and everything, but in the competitive scene, it's oftentimes teams are so like, they have this formula, right? They want to smoke, they want to find some pick, and they're so good at these setup plays where you're just seeing like Puppy getting way ahead, and he knows he has all this time for someone to come and catch up, so he's willing to be a little further away. But when you have something like this Pudge, you can just disrupt that whole flow. It kind of takes away from your whole plan. Doesn't matter too much for them though. They just grab the easy tower.
Yep, so we're sitting on a tree, in a tree. But they will take the tier 2 tower. They'll start pushing up high ground. I think they're just going to do some chip damage back up for some TP rotations. Ace, he's going to pop the Phantasm and go for this, though. This tower's already taking a lot of damage. The Glimpse comes in, and there it is. The Glyph will come out. Mushi is here as well. They've all rotated back in. The Illusions will do some small damage, but that's just Phantasm used, some chip damage, and Secret backing themselves away.
Easy retreat as we still wait for that next Roche. Feels like it's been a while, but he'll be back pretty soon. 35 more seconds or so. And he will be carrying a lovely little bit of cheese there. Something to try and grab up here, maybe facilitate someone into a high ground push. We'll have to see.
And Mineski are going to make a move here. They're going to try to head to the bottom lane. Taking up mid one would be probably the best bet for them, but it's going to be tough. And he continues to farm and get a lot. They're going to go for the Astral. Oh, no. That's not what you wanted to see. That is unfortunate. Ugh.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah. But mid one is able to escape, obviously, moves back up to the top lane. He's farming very well. I mean, he's working on a Daedalus now, and this is something, again, you have to be very concerned about. Not just the CK, but mid one as well. As he's really been untouched for the past few minutes, it feels like.
Yeah, if this hair comes out on the CK, I feel like Ace is going to be very chunky, very hard to deal with. Especially, what if when we actually get to this Roche fight, we're going to have the Exorcism and the RP, so I guess no one wants to whiff any of their ultis, of course. But the Static Storm, probably a little bit better of roaching potential on the side of the Dire simply because of how good Pudge is. You can just like throw out a bunch of hooks. You can constantly threaten, and it's extremely low risk, obviously. Whereas if you're like a Magnus or something, you know, you're not just going to like face check the pick with your Shadow Blade or something.
And mid one continues to farm up. Lots of items coming out. Yapsor is a Solar Crest, Ice, working in and out. Skewer back into the tier 2 tower. Good usage of that Searing Chase as the Stampede comes in. Should be a kill. Ice is about to fall with a Boundless Strike. They don't even need it. Mid one will secure the kill with the last hit. So really good stuff there, finding a pick. And now can you transition this into an objective like Roshan or something?
I think he knows he's very far away, at least from like the Roche pit and everything, so it's going to take a pretty fast and quick rotation with the side Secret to get there. Someone had to be down there pushing that lane. He's just trying to like find some information. At this point, they don't really have the deepest wards from the Dire. It's actually been very Roshan-centered. They kind of know that that's the next big thing coming up, and they're way better set for it than the side of Secret. So it shouldn't be too much trouble, I'd say, for Ice to get back into the game, just head over to the Shrine.
Yeah, 28 seconds. He's not down for that long. Some good vision over towards the Roche pit as well for the Dire. They have one up in the top jungle, and then they have one around the pit on top of that. So
the problem, though, would be that although they have really good vision for the side of Mineski, I would say that the wave push looks obviously a little bit better there for Secret because they have this Ember Spirit, they have this Monkey King, so they can kind of pressure back in a separate way just by forcing down these towers like they are right now with Ace. And if they can spot like 2 heroes in different lanes from the side of Mineski, that's when they're just going to rotate instantly to the pit. And they can kind of tease it a little bit too. They can go around, they can deward something, kind of wait for that response from Mineski, and then try and jump them there with the RP.
Right. It just feels like the past 10 minutes have belonged to Secret in terms of map control. They even have a 5K lead. It's 15-13 in terms of kill score, but taking all of these towers, taking the map control certainly helped them. Puppey is spotted. There's a sentry there. The silence comes out. There's the Eclipse kinetic field, not in time. And instead they will go for the stomp. Puppey, they drop another sentry, in trouble. There's going to be the skewer out, the RP, and they've got the static storm, but it's missing. RP comes out finally, Sanity's dropped down. They're looking to get these kills, 2 for 2 trades so far, and they blow up the third. Ace gets a double, absolutely dominating Ninja Boogie and Nana, and now they're going to turn this into a tier 2 tower as well.
Yeah, just not quite fast enough there with the stack storm that time. Had he stopped the skewer, might have went a little bit better there for Mineski in that fight, but Secret coming out on top. Plenty of damage still left with Ace here.
Good news is they didn't use Exorcism for Mineski. They still have that for the next fight. Plus, he has buyback. I don't think they're going to lose the tier 3 tower anyways. It looks like they're probably just pushing ship damage with the Phantasm and Illusions. Now they're going to reality Ice back in. Death Prophet will buy back. They want to get this kill. He pops the Prism Guard. And of course, the Spirit Vessel doing some serious work too. And he's just dead pretty much instantly. Now he's trying to leave. There's the Wukong's command. They don't want to fight into this. Nana still hasn't popped the Exorcism yet. And they will back up. And Monkey King just sitting in a tree on top of the hill. Yeah.
He's not sorry, actually.
No,
that's not really true. I think he's enjoying what's happening here. 9K lead now. The split push is just a little bit too much here for Mineski. So focused on these big ultimates like Sanity's and the Exorcism. It's not really a big concern for Secret. They just love clearing these waves with Monkey King, Ember Spirit, and Magnus able to keep up too, even just their neutral creeps. It's not that fast for most offlaners these days, but Fada's quite fine with it.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. And it feels like this is starting to slip away from Mineski here, Trent. I mean, it's a 10K lead for Secret. They just took that last fight. They've taken plenty of buildings. And the late game, you've got an OD and a Death Prophet, but mid one continues to get farmed here, Trent.
Yep, I think you just look for one core pick, and then we're just right into the Roche. I need decent items coming up here. Halberd was actually the next decision there from Yapsor. I like that this game too against the OD.
And he's super farmed too.
Try and catch Lucian before he can get off his BKB, and that fight's pretty much instantly won.
Maybe the Aghanim Scepter from the Centaur is going to be a big item in terms of keeping the team alive. He's 500 gold away from it. This is going to be a pretty big item in terms of disengaging or damage mitigation.
Stampeding into the pit over the walls, perhaps.
Yeah, that's true.
A couple different options there, but
you forget about that. But Secret,
they still have this nice vision here, and it's not been dewarded quite yet here from the side of Secret, so Mineski have that advantage, and again, they do have the hooks, which are pretty good. They will spot the ward now. It's a good grab by them, but there it is, the Aghanim Scepter, as you said, so perhaps they'll have a chance here. It looks like they're eyeing it up here as Jabs throws out a dust
He hit Fada, but he didn't want to go for the hook, and I understand why. Yeah, I mean, Fada blinked away pretty much instantly anyway, so it was going to be very difficult. So now Mineski...
Now we dance.
Yeah, it's just around the Roche pit. Everybody's having a good old time, trying to farm up, trying to take a fight potentially between these two teams.
Do you know what's great when you're Ember Spirit when this is happening? Because you can just leave remnants and keep coming back. And
literally all over the map.
Yeah, you have to force something out of Mineski.
Mineski.
Oh, Yapsor.
Ice is going to jump and misses the stun. No, he got it actually, but they missed the hook onto Yapsor. He was stunned on the trees. Now coming in his mid one, drops the Searing Chains. Roshan getting about half HP. Yapsor coming through. They've got the Phantasm drop down. Good save with the Astral from Mushi. Now the real rack in. He's going to use the BKB and try to man fight this. Nana pops the Exorcism. 3-second stun. He does get the Exorcism off, but there is going to be plenty of damage to Wukong's command. They're looking to find Jabs on the other side. Fata backing himself away. They will be a 1-for-1 trade, but taking down Nana is the most important thing here, and Jabs is going to be next. Mid one, getting a double kill. They're looking for Mushi. They don't quite get the Searing Change from mid one. So it's still a 2-for-1 trade, but Yapsor up in the trees. Jumping in is going to be the Centaur. Stomp to look for, but he couldn't find it. Gets a stun for 3 seconds for Ace and gets blown away by Ace. The amount of damage he's doing is serious. The 2-man stun from the Balance Strike. Sanity does nothing other than drain the mana, and 4 dead, about to be 5. A double kill for mid one. A perfect fight for Secret. Despite losing Fata, they will still clear out Mineski.
Yeah, it's not often you're going to compliment a solo RP on a Pudge, but that was actually the right move, I think, from Fada. It was a worthy sacrifice. He made sure that the DP was going to die for sure, and then the fight becomes a lot easier. If she survives that 1-1 engagement, she gets hooked out of the Astral or something like that, manages to escape and start regenerating back up. Maybe Mineski can find some way through the fight, but I think Fada just realized, hey, I just make sure that doesn't happen. The rest of my team can clean this up. My Monkey King's as farmed as I am at this point, so I'm okay with the sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing some serious work. Solar Crest, Spirit Vessel, 21 in terms of his levels. And they're going to work on this tier 3 tower. There's no buybacks in Mineski. It is relatively short death timers for most of them, although Mushi's up in 36, which is the real big problem. They might just lose Rax here, honestly. They have no way of getting back and defending this at this point. So this is just going to be Rax here for Secret. And Mineski can only really look on at this point.
I hear this mid one guy is pretty good at Ember.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I've heard that as well.
rumblings before. This game has gone pretty well for him. He's been all over the place. Tons of gold. Catching up with the CKs. Well, definitely can't count out Ace. He's been empowered a lot, which helps, but just been roaming across this map. No real threats. No nice hook, though.
They've got
we'll grab Puppy.
Dead for 58. Now might be time to leave if you're Secret. Yapsor, he got glimpsed back. They couldn't find any further initiation onto him. He will back himself up. Maybe they can try to finish Roche off, but just feels like a matter of time for Secret. They're so far ahead at this point. 18K net worth advantage, and you're looking for something if you're Mineski.
Yeah, and the big deal this game, of course, has been the split push and just the waves. And now with the racks down, this, of course, just becomes even more difficult.
I mean, mid one with a Daedalus is doing some serious work.
Daedalus in power, now going for another Daedalus. And plus, we didn't even take Roche. I mean, he's still there. So that is still putting that pressure once again here onto Mineski. Exorcism in 4, so they are prepped for the fight.
Yeah, they're trying to take something here from Mineski. Last approach right did not go well, and here we go. Mid one pops the BKB. Good Stampede, though, gets him up to the high ground, force away from jabs, and Secret actually won't find anything here, but that is Stampede used, although mid one did pop his own BKB. And both teams will back up.
But look at bottom lane. The creeps are there. You got to do something, Mineski, and that will open the door for Secret if they want to take it.
Yeah, Mushi's already there, and with them seeing that, maybe they go into the pit.
Now, they haven't taken down that shrine yet, though, so they could also just take their time, right? Smoke up, maybe go for another pick, take down some of those shrines from the side of Mineski, and you know, the threat's really there for Mineski. They're the ones that need this Roche more than the side of Secret.
I mean, this is just going down the checklist. If you're Secret, get these buildings, try to keep the waves pushed out as best as possible, and then move into the Roche eventually. It is Aegis and Cheese this time around. No refresher shard. It's getting low. Jab is going to come in, look for a hook. He's going to miss just narrowly. Wasn't close enough. Good positioning from Secret to be on the side of Roshan. They're going to jump in with Puppy. They get the Hex off. There's the Static Storm kind of missing. Puppy will get silenced up, but there's the Fada Skewer back. And Ninja Boogie will be the first to fall for Mineski as they try to all retreat away from Secret. Looking for some potentially onto Jab. His TP will complete. No. The Series chain. They don't even need the RP. Fada continues to cancel it. He's just styling at this point.
Yeah, the desperation plays are coming out. I mean, they're doing this kind of stuff when Mushi's like not even nearby. He's like pushing the bottom lane out because someone has to, and then this Ember just comes for like 2 seconds and counters everything that you just spent a minute away from your team doing.
The map control for Secret has been serious for sure. Mid one continues to keep this bottom lane pushed out. Maybe they'll find Mushi. He's in the tree line, actually. I don't think mid one has any idea, but okay, yeah, he does. And there's the RP. All right, well, that's going to be Mushi dead. Down the strike, skewered up. He has no buyback, dead for 85, and this will lead into Secret pushing bottom and trying to go for the GG here.
Yeah, you have a Aegis enabled with an Empower Ember Spirit, so he can just like go crazy. He doesn't need his team. He can kind of push one lane by himself. The others can focus that easy set of racks in the mid lane, and he can just try and get some easy picks.
Mid one Ember Spirit, making it look
Speaking
easy.
Of easy picks, Ace is looking for someone with his DD. He's like, please just be here.
It just ran out, but there's a Rapier now on mid one to add insult to injury. Oh, this is going to be nasty. He is plus 552 damage, not to mention his Daedalus procs. He is about to go ham on somebody if they're not careful.
Oh, can you say unnecessary?
Yeah.
I like it. That's a 2-minute penalty, I'd say.
Yeah. One in the box. They're going to push into the tier 3 tower bottom. Ace will just be up front. Puppy looking for an Earth Spike. Can't quite find something, but I mean, they're just going to get Megas here. Mineski can only watch. Still no Mushi. They might find Puppy. They missed the hook timing. They will get the kill nonetheless, but it is, again, just a Lion at this point. Secret are so damn strong, they might not even need him. They're going to pop the Wukong's command. They're going to work on the buildings. Nana is in with the Exorcism, but look at the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains doing some serious work. He doesn't get the insta-kill, but he has done so much that it's ridiculous, and he blows away that poor Nana Death Prophet. Not only that, but he will find another in the Centaur. A double kill for him. He is just going ham right now. Mid-one, there's the Dismember. Can they find it to stop the Static Storm? But it's too little too late. They hook onto Ace. Now he's in. He's going to find the triple kill. And GG is called. And Secret make it look easy in game number 1, Trent.
Yeah, ultra kill there. And mid-one is beyond godlike. No one could kill him. Very good at the end of the game there. Finishes out 12, 4, and 14. Damn. When you're ahead by 20K and you still buy a Rapier. I think they're feeling pretty good after that first series win there up against EG.
Yeah, they're back in it. They're doing really well. That first game, obviously, was absolutely stellar to watch from them. I mean, they talked about it on the panel, though. Like, the draft, it felt a lot easier for Secret to actually get things going for them. They had the Empower to fall back on. It just felt like maybe they would be able to rely on the late game pretty well for Secret, and they did just that with the Ember Spirit and the CK as well.
It felt tough to do much and play aggressive if you were Mineski, right? You have this OD and this DP, And so it was a lot of pressure, I would say, on Ice's Ice probably, as they try and get in there with some big stomps or try and enable everyone through the Stampede. And they didn't find those moments. And they had to be very good moments and perfectly timed because you're working with Exorcism, you're working with Sanities. And obviously things were a little bit easier for Secret. They were much more laid back, just clearing some waves. Easy game.
So we are going to take a quick break. It is game number 2 around the corner, so we're not done just yet. Don't go anywhere, folks. See you later.